Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that. Then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was gonna meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know.
So it looks like Usher is finally ready to stop protecting the Diddler, because he just joined Al B. Sure to set the internet on fire after dropping some crazy receipts about all the things that Diddy has done and how he's managed to get away with it for so long. Both Al B. and Usher are victims of Diddy's criminal activities, so if anybody's qualified to speak on this, it's them. There have been speculations about Diddy allegedly touching Usher when he was only 14 years old, and Usher himself seemingly confirmed this on multiple occasions. Al, on the other hand, was not touched by Diddy, but he has accused Diddy of trying to take his life. And just a few weeks ago, he hopped on Instagram to make a statement demanding for the feds to investigate all of the multiple health emergencies that he's had over the years as a result of constantly being poisoned. Al started speaking on this when he questioned Kim's death and hinted at Diddy possibly being behind it. He posted this video of him crying with the caption, "Just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bull-ish." He made another post where he said that she was running from somebody and how he asked her to call the FBI for protection. He said in the comments, "You would never believe what she went through." And remember how I said Al kept going in and out the hospital for multiple unknown illnesses? Well, that just started 3 months after he made these posts. He was admitted in the hospital for multiple organ failures before eventually slipping into a coma. Thankfully, he ended up surviving it, but some parts of his body were still left damaged. When Diddy finally got arrested last year, Al was one of the first people to celebrate it when he put out a statement accusing Diddy of silencing him. He even tried to tell the feds about the attempts that Diddy had allegedly made to take his life, but none of them did anything to protect him. He said, "For over a decade and a half, I've been posting about and tagging random law enforcement agencies in hope to protect loved ones, avoid deaths, and tragedies that could have all been avoided. Despite this, I've been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up these crimes you're all now aware of by a very aggressive PR team and costly campaign to silence and physically harm me from exposing. I'm writing this to formally request an investigation into an entire group of individuals who worked at or around the residence of Miss Kimberly Porter, including the publicist who assisted drafting this. It has come to my attention that these persons were also instructed to steal her computer and mobile devices, which contained her original book notes." Now, even though it's clear as day that Diddy was trying to take Al out the game, Diddy successfully brainwashed Al's son Quincy into thinking Al abandoned him, and Quincy ate it up. Just a few weeks ago, he got into it with Al when he threw shade at him for apparently being absent in his life. He posted a photo of him and Kim with the caption, "Here's a rare photo of me with my mom and dad. I miss you every day." The shade was loud, y'all, and Al wasted no time in responding as soon as he saw it. He made an IG post calling Quincy out for allowing himself to be manipulated by Diddy. He said, "Nothing breaks a dad more than seeing his love for his kids turned into a weapon against him. The real question is, he's still following a man that his mother and knows it very clearly. Think about that when you're sitting at your desk at work on Monday trying to unravel this mystery in your mind." Al has absolutely nothing nice to say about Diddy, but unfortunately, Quincy is too blind to see that, which isn't surprising because Diddy has a way of making people think he's the good guy, and one of the people he did that to was Usher. For a long time, even though Usher was well aware that Diddy was not the best person, he was still defending him and refusing to call him out. That was until recently when everything became became impossible to ignore. Usher and Diddy became close back in the 90s when L.A. Reid introduced Usher to Diddy at 14 years old. Diddy was supposed to enroll Usher in his Flavor Camp mentorship program to train Usher as a singer, but he had other plans for Usher, and it didn't have nothing to do with music. You see, after L.A. Reid handed Usher off to Diddy, Usher moved in to live with Diddy. And in case you're wondering if he lived in the same house that Diddy was having all these parties in, well, the answer is yes. Usher saw pretty much everything go down at just 14 years old. That was also the peak of Diddy's wild parties, so Usher was seeing a whole lot that a 14-year-old had no business watching. Even Usher agreed in an interview that he witnessed way too much, and if his kids ever had to spend time with Diddy for any reason, he'd never allow it.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop.
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige, they didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
And then there's this disturbing video of Diddy seemingly confirming to doing freaky stuff with a 14-year-old Usher.
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes, you know what I'm saying?
Usher fueled these rumors during his 2005 cover story for Essence magazine. According to the people who were present during the interview, he had no problem answering any of their questions. But as soon as they asked him about the wild things that he was made to engage in at Diddy's house, he reportedly got real nervous. He said, "I want to save some ish for my book one day. I'll put it this way, there was a lot of sex." Now, even though Usher was clearly scared about going into details in all these interviews and snitching on Diddy, it looked like with Diddy being in jail, he ain't too scared no more. Cause during his recent performance, he spotted Al in the audience and walked up to him to honor him. Usher would have never done something if Diddy was still out, but with him being in jail, he can finally speak his truth and link up with Diddy's ops. There's even word going around that he's finally working on his documentary to detail everything that he went through in Diddy's custody, and Al is gonna feature in that as well. It's unclear how true these rumors are, but that still didn't stop folks from giving their opinions. Like this person who said, now that Puff is locked up, they feel like it's safe to give Al B. Sure his flowers. They should have been giving him his flowers. Maybe if Quincy stopped riding Diddy coattail, he would have got a hit song from his dad. Another person said, keep Diddy locked up so people can relax and enjoy life. It's sad to know that one person who's a menace to society can bring so much hurt and pain to his own people. Give Al B all his flowers. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Usher linking up with Al? And do y'all think Usher is finally going to tell us everything he knows about Diddy? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.